I'm so sorry I'm a few minutes late. I absolutely thought this was tomorrow. I'm so sorry. How
No,
are you
no
doing?
worries,
You
no
all right?
worries. I'm great. How are you?
Um, just to let you know, I'm doing this on my mobile phone and I will be traveling. So if it cuts out or anything, please just ask me to repeat anything.
No problem, no problem. Thanks for doing this anyway.
No problem at all. I'm so sorry. I've been trying to move my studio around and it's so hot in London right now. It's like 30 degrees and I'm super hot and super stressed. And I suddenly realized, oh shit, it's this morning.
No, no
I'm
worries, no
so
worries.
sorry.
No,
Gonna
you're
take my
not
breath.
late.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. Only 4 minutes. That's not too bad by
That's
standards.
all right. That's great. For a musician,
Okay.
cheers.
Oh, usually I'm 15 minutes early, so this is catastrophic.
Oh, okay, okay, I see.
No, it's all good. It's all good. How are you doing? You well?
Yeah, yeah, very well, very well. I've just been checking
Great stuff.
your Evaporate video for the
Oh
upcoming
yeah.
album. Yeah, very,
Uh-huh.
very nice, very nice.
Oh,
Congratulations.
cheers. Thank you. I'm so pleased with that video. It was yeah, it was one of those ones where just the guy who made it just really took on board everything that was given to him. Sometimes you really have to kind of shoehorn people into being kind of creative enough in a way. Sometimes it can be a bit boring, and you got to kind of prod people. But he was just wonderful. He just basically took the idea and ran with it and just created something amazing. So I'm really pleased with how that came out.
Yeah, it's very nice. I've checked it a couple of days ago only.
Mm. No, it's cool. It's cool. It's yeah, it makes it use of a lot. It makes it very interesting. Essentially, not like a grand amount of source material. It's really cool.
Yeah, yeah, it's very nice. Your coming album is As the Moon Rests.
Yep.
It will be releasing on is it October 7th?
That's it. Yeah, that's correct.
October 7th, yeah. That's your follow-up on the All I Asked For.
Yes, that's follow-up for Forever Blue. Yeah.
And so what's to expect with the new material?
I think generally you can expect a little bit more variety across the course of the whole album. It's slightly longer. It's 11 tracks this time, so it's a double vinyl. And so, I mean, basically with this record, I spent a bit more time actually in the creative process and also the actual studio time. There was more studio time. So I think in terms of the production, the textures and the guitar tones and things like that, I think are better than Forever Blue. I think that more energy went into them because I had longer to spend working on them properly. And also there's a full string ensemble on this one as well, which is one of my dreams. So on Forever Blue, there were some cellos which I had performed and laid down myself, just recorded a few different lines. But with this, it felt like I just needed to kind of make everything a step up. So yeah, there's a full string ensemble on this one as well, which is great. From a musical point of view, I think there's just a bit more variety in terms of the approach. I mean, it's not all kind of soft song starts and then kind of goes post-rocky and then there's the end. There's a bit more structural kind of variety, and in terms of the text as well, there's a bit more variety there as well.
Okay, okay. I've also just bought your collaboration with the band Mono.
Oh yeah.
In Darkness, yes. And I've heard you've performed with them at the Hellfest, right?
Yeah, it was great. It was lovely. We kept it a secret, just because it would be more fun that way.
And I missed
but I hadn't. Oh, it was lovely. It was really fun. We performed it once before. They did a performance in London at the end of 2019 in the Barbican Centre, and I performed. That was the first time I performed it with them, and then Hellfest was the second. So it was very special. Always to perform with Mono and to work with them is a wonderful thing, and be able to, to be lucky enough to be invited to perform there, and then go back and do my own Hellfest show the weekend after was very cool.
Yeah, yeah. I was at your show though, and
oh really? Brilliant. Oh, that's great.
Yeah. I was there. But to go back, how the collaboration with Mono came about?
We share some of the same team, so they are booked by the same agents that I am, and at the very, very beginning of my career, like they basically my agent sent them my first EP and just said, what do you think of this? Do you like it? Kind of thing. And basically this long email chain began about the possibility of collaboration. And then I met them physically for the first time at Roadburn Festival in 2019, which was my first show, and I looked down in the audience, there's Mono just standing, and I was like, what is going on? This is crazy. And I kind of, for my first ever gig, I wasn't sure anyone would be there, let alone Mono, you know. And so we chatted a lot after the show and stayed in touch, and Taka and I just started sending ideas to each other basically, and it culminated in this recording, which was made in July 2019, and then yeah, came out that Christmas, I think.
So how about the performance with the mono? Was that planned quite ahead of time, or was it like a last minute thing?
It was kind of, I mean, it was originally going to happen. Obviously, the mono performance was booked to be part of Hellfest in 2020. And then obviously the pandemic moved everything a few years. So it was definitely something that was kind of, it was in everyone's kind of mind of, oh, let's try and do that. That would be nice, you know. And then about 2 weeks before Hellfest, I lost my voice. So it became then a bit of a, well, if the voice comes back and if I'm well to do it, I'll perform. But if not, they might need to come up with another song to do there instead. And as we got closer and closer to Hellfest, the voice gradually started returning. And so we made the final decision about 2 days before the show.
Right. I was supposed to meet you actually at Hellfest.
Oh God, were you? Hi. I'm so sorry.
No worries. And I believe your tour manager Pete got back to me and told me, you know, you'd rather be careful with your voice and
yeah, absolutely. That was, I mean,
so.
That performance with, I mean, I've never lost my voice before, so it was very alien feeling. It was not something I'd ever experienced before. It was very strange. And so I think especially having not experienced it before and not knowing about the kind of recovery time and stuff like that, you know, I think I'm still feeling like I'm being very careful with it, just because, I mean, it's back fully now, it's kind of fine, but like it feels fine and the performances are fine, you know, it's not they're back to where they were, you know. But still it feels like I need to just keep a special eye on it, especially looking at the touring that's all coming up at the end of the year. There's a lot of shows and not a huge amount of days off, so it's very important, I think, to just keep an eye on it and make sure I don't do any damage, basically. Don't want to have myself in the long run. And, you know, at the end of the day, my greatest pleasure is going out and singing to people. So that is something to be careful of, I think. Sure.
Speaking of which, your performance was really amazing. I was photographing, you know, in the pits.
You. Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, it was
I was amazed there were so many photographers there. It was great. It was lovely. We're looking down, there's a little army of people all trying to elbowing each other, trying to get a good one, you know.
Yeah. That was a great performance. And you were talking about the eclecticism in music. How did you feel about the festival, which is supposed to be more of a, you know, extreme music festival? How did you find the reaction of the crowd, you know, at your gig?
I loved it, you know, because I mean, Hellfest, funnily enough, I was chatting to some of my bandmates yesterday. I was saying, I think Hellfest is one of the first festivals I've ever been to where I actually knew who most of the lineup were. Do you know what I mean? Because often when you're put on in a kind of different kind of setting, I don't, you know, I'm not that really good at keeping up to date with kind of what's considered the kind of more kind of pop, trendy kind of stuff. Heavy music is kind of always what my focus has been in terms of being like a listener and a consumer of music. I've always kind of gravitated towards heavy music. So for Hellfest was wonderful, and to find myself performing there as an artist was great. And I mean, seeing such a variety of people at the show and seeing so many people even there was just, it was lovely, to be honest. And to be able to do a show at Hellfest, as well as to be able to, you know, go and, you know, do a little stripped down performance supporting like Explosions in the Sky or something. Like, it's nice to have the variety and to be able to modify the performances to suit the different environments. You know, I think it helps us out a little bit to be able to be versatile.
Did you get to enjoy some of the artists performing there the second weekend, maybe?
The second weekend we saw Killing Joke, which was great.
Wow.
They were pretty much one of the only bands that we actually kind of managed to spend time to see. We actually ended up hanging out with them the night before in the hotel bar. As you do with these festivals, they all kind of put everybody in the same couple of hotels. So the hotel bar is the kind of place where everybody is kind of communing and chatting and hasn't seen everybody for a while, and it's a bit like kind of summer camp or something. But no, we saw Killing Joke. We the weekend before we saw a bit of Steel Panther, and who else did we see? Ghost. Oh yeah, we watched all of Ghost the weekend before. That was amazing. But unfortunately, as you know, obviously the travel has been a bit of a nightmare over the last few weeks. So for our own weekend, we drove from London. So it's a long drive because our flights were cancelled. So we didn't have time to stay. Unfortunately, I was so sad to miss Nine Inch Nails, to be honest. That was on my bucket list of gigs to see, but one day I'll do it, I think.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the greatest performances I've seen this year.
Honestly, my manager sent me a video. I said, don't send me this. You're making me feel sad. You're still there and we have gone. So please help me. Oh no, it looked amazing, that show. It really did.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. So you've got gigs coming up now. You got more festivals playing in July.
Yes, we finished a festival yesterday in Birmingham, in the kind of middle of the UK. A Supersonic Festival we performed yesterday. And I've got a few over the rest of this week. We're going to, where are we going to? Bulgaria and Romania this weekend.
Right, you played the Reflector Fest in Budapest.
Yes, we've got Reflector and we've got Electric Castle.
In Bontida.
So, yeah, they're going to be really great. I've not been to either of those places to perform before. So it's going to be really interesting to see, you know, what it's like. You go to a new place, kind of not only to learn the environment, but also to see who comes to your show. You know, it's interesting to see what happens there. And yeah, it'll be really fun. The lineups look very much more eclectic than, you know, what we're talking about, kind of, you know, a bit more kind of mainstream isn't the right word, but, you know, it's a little bit less heavy focused and a little bit more kind of popular music, kind of, you know, accessible stuff. So it'll be interesting to see how we go in this, how we go down in that environment too.
And in July 30, you're playing the Radar Fest in the UK.
Radar, yes, yeah, Radar. That's going to be great. It's the first festival headline show. So nice. That will be really cool. We're headlining the second stage and I'm very looking forward to that. It's going to be, it's just nice to have all of these new experiences, to be honest. I mean, obviously all of the festivals have been, a lot of them have been moved a few times and all this. So I think this summer for everybody is a bit of a mishmash of kind of old bookings, new bookings, yes. Kind of weird ones in the middle to glue it together, you know. So, you know, to be able to go to new places and to perform headline shows and you know, kind of like moving up the bill a little bit, it's really cool.
Very nice, very nice. Well, thank you so much for the time you gave me today.
No worries. I'm so sorry I was 3.5 minutes late.
No, that's not even late in this
it's
world.
All good.
Thank you so much.
Good, no worries. And, no worries. Thank you so much.
I'll be keeping an eye. I've done my pre-order for As the Moon Rests.
Oh, amazing. Oh, that's great news. Well, let me know if you enjoy it or not.
Yeah, I will, definitely will. And thanks to your team, to your manager and to your manager. They've been great communication.
No problem at all. Anything else, just get in touch when they'll be happy to help, I'm sure.
Thanks so much. Thank you very much.
No worries.
Have a nice rest of the summer.
Thank you. You too, my friend. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.